Hi, everybody. I am Patricia Charpentier, and welcome to episode number 11 of the Life Writers Vlog, where you can find inspiration and useful tips to help you write your life story. I can't believe we're at episode 11 already. Wow, that's a lot. So, on this, the fifth Thursday of the month, we look at two accomplished writers for writing advice. Today, we're going to look at a classic quote from E.L. Doctorow. Doctorow was a multi-award winning American novelist, editor, and professor. He's best known for writing historical fiction, including the Book of Daniel, Ragtime, World's Fair. I was introduced to this quote in Anne Lamont's great book on writing, Bird by Bird, Some Instructions on Writing and Life. I liked it so much, I searched out the source, which came from an interview with E.L. Doctor in Writers at Work, the Paris Review interviews. Writers at Work, the Paris Review interviews. Dr. Rose said, writing is like driving at night in the fog. You can only see as far as your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way. I'll read that again. Writing is like driving at night in the fog. You can only see as far as your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way. So often people ask me about how they should structure their life stories. They express concern because they don't know how it's all going to fit together. They don't think all of their individual stories will work together as one collection. Many times they want to know that even before they write the first word. So when I'm presented that situation, I usually give them Dr. Rose quote. Writing is like driving at night in the fog. You can only see as far as your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way. In writing, we don't have to have all the answers up front. That's why I believe writing is a spiritual process. And it's a process we have to trust. We have to allow our stories to tell us how they would best fit together. And that can be scary because we want to know where we're going from the very start. But Dr. Rowe tells us we don't need to see how we're going to get to our destination. We just need to see as far as our headlights will show. Those headlights may only show the next paragraph or the next page or the next story, but that's plenty. That's all you need. If we keep doing that, keep trusting the process and just looking as far as our headlights will take us, then we will know how our book should be structured. What I can tell you is I've done more than 70 books for people. And I never knew how each book would be organized up front. With some, I was halfway or three-quarters of the way through ghostwriting or editing a book before I started to see how it would fit together. It's scary to not know, but trust the process. I promise. I was never let down in all of that time. The books I worked on always fit together exactly the way they should have. You will know when you need to know. I promise you. Trust the process. It will not let you down. If this is something you struggle with, print out Dr. Rowe's quote and paste it on your computer. Look at it, read it every day. Whenever you are panicky and feeling like, oh my gosh, how is this going to work? Read it twice. So until next time, everybody, happy writing.
If you enjoyed this week's episode, you will love our Life Writers membership. Whether you don't know where to start writing your life stories, have started and stopped many times, or have been writing but want to receive feedback to make your stories better, the Life Writers membership is where you need to be. We have a Get Started roadmap, an extensive library of instructional videos, live events via Zoom, and a supportive and active community. If you want to take the stories that live in your heart and mind and put them onto the page, check out Life Writers at lifewriters.us.